Hello, hello. I am going to be creating, I'm going to tell you about my course. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'm going to tell you about my lab I'm creating. I'm creating a lab. Now, this is like a test lab for me. Maybe, and I figure it's going to take me maybe, I don't know, a week, let's say, a week to put it up, set it up, maybe. It's for my pretty much Commvault and everything else lab is what most likely it's going to be for. And so what do I have now? I have 3 computers. That one, computer 2, and then computer 3. Then I have so this one here is 64 gig of RAM. This one here is 16 gig of RAM. This one is 8 gig of RAM. Okay, so the 64 gig of RAM has 2 ports on it, 2 NIC ports on it. The 16 gig of RAM has 2 ports on it, 2 NIC ports. And then the 8 gig of RAM has 3 ports on it. So I need to buy a switch though. So I have a 1, 2, 3, 4 port switch here already. And so what I'm gonna do is probably do like VMware on here. So I'll probably put like so this one here, let's see, this one would probably be my vCenter and my ESXi host. So I'll call that like say 1 ESXi2, XI2, and then ESXi3. These are my hosts, right? I got one host 1, 2, and 3. My vCenter is going to be in this one. So I need to set up, which I can download at no cost. I could download the software, the VMware software, and install it on this this device here, the server, right? And yeah, this one. I think I need to put a new hard drive in this one actually, right? So what I'm probably gonna do is let me quick. So I think I have some old hard drives laying around. Yeah, so this one here, I I have a hard drive in there so I can wipe it. I think it's a 2 terabyte, I think. I think this is 2 terabyte. And 16 gig RAM, that's like four. Those are those are 500 gig, 1 terabyte. I think they're 1 terabyte. And so I have 4 1 terabyte drives times 1 terabyte drives. I have that 4 times 1 terabyte drives. And my 8 gig, I don't know what I have here. I think I have an 80 gig hard drive on it. I need to put, I'll probably get in. I have another drive around somewhere. So I'll probably put a drive on it. Yeah. So I could put the ES6i software on this one here. No worries. So it's going to be here. Software's going to live here. The software for ES6i2, I could put it on one of those 1 terabyte drives. And I think I have a 500 gig somewhere. So I'll put the ES6i on the 80 gig drive, maybe, or the 500 gig drive. Anyway, right, okay. So that's my devices, and then I have a NAS drive. I have a Western Digital device, Western Digital NAS drive. Put it down here, right? Let's put it down here. So this is a Western Digital, and that's a 2 terabyte drive right there. I have 1 NIC out of that one. Western Digital WD. Okay, so right. So let's see. So my switch, I'm gonna have to have probably a 16 port switch because I got a 4 port now. So you need to probably get a 16 port, uh, 16 port switch. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to make all these connections here. It'd probably be like a Cisco, like a 20, probably get it on eBay. You can probably get a 3750 or like a 2950, maybe 3750. I'll probably get that. No, that's enough. That's got 48 ports, right? So it should be enough. I think that's, say it's like $200, right? Something like that. Say that's the cost. And then, so that takes care of my switching portion. All this that goes there. This third one, um, this third connection on the 8 gig here, I'm gonna leave that up to. I'm gonna plugged it into my 4-port. This is gonna be say like my internet. I'm gonna put ISP here. That's how I'm gonna get internet to all these. I'm also gonna most likely put a wireless device, not a wireless, but like a wireless card, NIC card, like a USB. It's a wireless Wi-Fi on here. Yeah, so that I can get internet to it. Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'll probably put that as well as a secondary. You know, so maybe eventually I don't need to plug it into to the ISP, run a cable. All my internet come from the Wi-Fi. That way, it can just be plugged up anywhere. That's the eventual goal. Yeah, this Western Digital is going to plug in here as well. Then, okay, I do have another. I have another computer laying around. It's pretty big one. It has, I think I have 30 terabyte of drive space on it. I need a hard drive for it, and I need a motherboard for it. But that's not really for this lab. Anyway, what else do I need? I think I need a monitor. I think really I just need a monitor one time, so I probably can get a. I have one, so you'll probably need one of those. Because once I get it set up and everything like that, I want to connect my computer that I have already here to this switch and like plug in and then be able to manage my lab environment, like set it up or whatever. And then when it's set up and everything is working, then I can maybe log in with the Wi-Fi to my other computer, let's say, that I have, and I can manage it that way. So I Wi-Fi in, or I get in, I log in via Wi-Fi to this computer here, the CSXi host, which most likely will be I have like a VM on here, and I'll install like the well, I'll be able to access the vCenter, and then I'll be able to access all these other um, the host, all this stuff, the vCenter, everything like that. So that's that. What am I missing? I'm only missing one thing, which is $250 3750 switch. Let's say that's what I need, and I figure this will take me. I need to first buy this, so it's probably going to be a couple weeks before I buy that. Everything else, I could probably do. I could probably do everything right now on a 4-port switch. If I just connect the 8 gig and the 16 gig. That's 2 4. That should be taking care of that, and then I just add this 64 bit, or sorry, 64 gig RAM ES6i host to it later, basically. Yeah, yeah, later. So I just did these two. 1 and 2 will be. I'll set up real quick. That's 4 connections roughly, right? 4 connections in 5. Looking at my router right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 ports on it. Yeah, this is probably doable. Yeah, this is probably doable right now. So maybe a week or so I'll set that up. And then eventually I'll be able to log in via Wi-Fi. Yeah, so this is my lab right now. So what I hope to accomplish right on this one is I want to set up a couple things, right? I want to have a serve. I want to have a what is it? I want to have, say, I want to probably have a Windows media agent. Yeah, one, which my ComServe could be a media agent as well. It can act as a media agent, so that takes care of one. So probably have another one. So a total of 2 Windows media agents, and then 2 Linux media agents. Okay, and then excuse me, and then let's say let's say let's see, one. Uh, you know what? I probably can get away with one media agent for Linux Windows. I can probably get away with one Linux media agent, and then 2 Windows servers. Yeah, Windows servers. Okay, and then 2. Let's call it 2 Linux file systems, whatever. Okay, yeah, we could do that. 2 file systems. What do I want them to since so on so my ComServe, which is also my media agent, with my Windows media agent, I'm gonna have Active Directory on it. AD, I'm gonna have AD on it. I'm gonna have SQL on it, like SQL 2014, 2019, whatever it is, whatever version it is. What else am I gonna have? Outlook is like a web uh, portion, like a web product or whatever, like your Outlook, your SharePoint, all that stuff. That's all online. You could do that online. Yeah, so that could be just something I plug in, right? And let's see, Windows, ComServe, just Active Directory, SQL. What else? These are the common ones right here. I see actually. These are the common ones I see in the field. Active Directory, SQL primarily. We think anything else? I know Oracle. We have Oracle as well. And so in the not on Linux media agent, not on the Windows servers. I might do. I know definitely on the Linux file server, I'll have an Oracle backup. So like version, I don't know, 20. I forget what version it is now. 18 or 20. I don't know. Let's say 18. Oracle 18, 20, whatever. And then that's the Linux file server. Gonna have Oracle on it. And then I might have like say WordPress. I might do a WordPress as well. Yeah, I don't know that it would benefit really. We would really wouldn't. Yeah, why not? Let's do WordPress. Yeah, let's show you how to set up WordPress. I'm gonna do it, but whatever. WordPress. Then this one here, the Oracle 18 WordPress, MySQL. Yeah, there you go. SQL. And else on my everything here. I know definitely I want to put up a firewall in this. I want to eventually buy a firewall, maybe like let's put that down as a possibility. So firewall, maybe they're like, I think they're $200, I think, for a firewall device, an actual box, right? And what I want to do is I want to simulate traffic. Like I want to block traffic. I want to block different file systems from being accessed on Commvault. I want to simulate that, so I need to buy I need to buy a physical device, a firewall device. So I need to. What's the one? Palo Alto is a good one. Palo Alto's a standard one. FortiGate is another one. Forget the name of the brand, but it's $200, I think. And I'll probably end up buying that one. I can't think of the top of my head what it is. Anyway, I'll probably do that. That'll plug in somehow here to where I can be able to block. I want to be able to block ports and all that, so that I can simulate like real world issues basically in the field that I see all the time. Okay. And let's see else. What else do I typically see? Directory, SQL, file system, server, Linux, Oracle, MySQL, SharePoint. Yeah, let's do a SharePoint site. That's just like a service, like a SharePoint online or something that I can back up. Yeah, that's an online service. And then Outlook, which is like email. Outlook, like email server, Exchange server, whatever. They're online now. They're not. They're no longer a software that you can install. They might be, but one I've seen is using the online version, where it has Outlook and SharePoint. Yeah, so that's all kind of one there. Anything else I can think of that I want to add to my Commvault lab? Now, this lab is going to be kind of like Commvault. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Now, this is obviously partly for me, right? And partly I'm going to like do videos about it, so like setting everything up so that you can you can benefit from it, the knowledge I'm giving. There's one thing that is it MongoDB? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do MongoDB because that one I need two instances of MongoDB for it to even work. I know that's for that to work. It's going to need two versions of MongoDB for it to work. What else? File system. Select my file server. My cloud. I need right to the cloud. Okay. All right. So what I'm probably going to do with that is I'm probably going to install a so this is the Western Digital device here. That's going to be like a library, like a disk library, and it can also, it could be disk. Or this is pretty beefy enough to where they can, these can act as file systems, right? But anyway, now mind you, these are all VMs, right? These are not physical. This is all going to be VMware, and so whereas and these are all VMs. So we're going to do like backing up. I'm going to show you how to back up VMs. I'm going to show you how to back up file system because I'm going to also, yeah, right. Okay, so that's a good idea. So 2 Linux servers. One will be a VM, and then one will be, yeah, good point. One will be a VM, and one will be a file system. That way I cover 2 bases, or both sides of it. Okay, for my file system, like my cloud, right? I'm thinking own cloud, and that's a VM. It's a distro, Linux distro, that I can install, and I can just pretend like it's in a cloud device. And that way I can point everything to the cloud. I can set it up to where it's a cloud device. And that way I don't have to go to Azure or AWS. But I will definitely do that. I will definitely point it to have it to where it goes to AWS, and though that does defeat the purpose of having a cloud or a lab that is not dependent to the internet. But probably most likely I'll leave that alone. I'll probably just stick with own cloud instead of having AWS and Azure, because that way it's not on the internet. You don't have to be on the internet, right? Basically for this to work. Other than getting the patches, right? We have to install the patches on the Windows servers and all that stuff. The other thing I need to probably install is a is it a WSUS or SCCM? Probably an SCCM. Yeah, I need to install an SCCM server, WSS, whatever, right? Patch batch, whatever they call it. PS tools, whatever they use to patch. I don't forget, but anyway, SCCM, let's say, want to do that one, and then I want to have a server that what is it called? It's where you plug in a server and you're able to push like F12 image server. That's it, image server. Yeah, yeah, image server. Yeah, yeah. Image server, right? And then I also want to put on here. I want to put like a ticketing system, like open source ticketing system. Not sure which one that'll be, but ticketing system because I want to be able to create tickets. Ticketing system, yeah, ticketing system. I'll be able to create tickets and answer those tickets, right, and simulate that type of stuff. What else? Yeah, Active Directory, SQL, it's pretty big, right? Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it, really. Now, this is on the. This is sort of like you could, um, this is kind of simulate like a Commvault environment, like what you'll see in the field, like in the real world scenario. This is what most likely you'll see, and I'll just try to contain everything in one, and I'll contain everything. Try to contain everything in these three devices, these three servers. So this is 64-bit, 64 gig RAM, 16 gig RAM, 8 gig RAM servers. ESX I host, whatever, vCenter. The vCenter might not be beefy enough for this one. I probably have to put it on that one because I think it requires 8 gig of RAM. And so let's see, I could probably start with one Linux, one Windows there, and my ComServe. ComServe is going to have to be beefy. My ComServe is going to have to be here, actually, or here. Ideally, I'd love to put everything, or as much as I can, on the 64 gig of RAM one, like my ComServe and my Linux don't need much memory, actually. Windows does. Windows needs a lot of memory. And Oracle doesn't really need a lot of memory. Not really, because you can change the settings on it. Yeah, so probably everything Windows and the ComServe most likely will go here. And then the other Linux client and the vCenter go here. Yeah, and then the SharePoint doesn't need to. Yeah, I guess that does present a problem, right? If it's not an online lab, then this is kind of be optional, I guess, because this does require you to be online for this to work. Because you need like a SharePoint license, or a SharePoint username, password. So it doesn't collect to the internet, right? So you need this. You need these. You need to connect to the internet for this. So maybe this is optional for everybody out there who wants to go to wants to have their lab in house, not on the internet. Basically, you can kind of play with it and make it happen. This is my lab. This is what I'm going to try to do for the next, I'd say, week or so. You know, probably starting Monday, maybe Monday night. Maybe I'll probably start it and download the software, the vCenter software from VMware. It's free. It's no cost. You just log in, download a license or whatever, and you know, throw away email, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's 60 days, so I have 60 days to do this essentially, and I think I could probably get it done in 60 days and set it up. And the only thing will be is this switch here. This firewall I'll probably get away with, but this switch definitely. So I'm gonna have to look on Monday, see if I can get a switch for $200 or a little lower. Anything 16 gig of RAM or 16 port is what I need ideally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 ports there. Yeah, I need at least 7 ports. So 16, I think will take care of it. So, all right. Well, this is the lab that I'm going to create for Commvault. and I'm going to use it for the next 60 days or so, however long, or at least until my vCenter license expires or goes out of my free vCenter VMware license expires. Maybe there's 120 days. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it for that long. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you next one.